Welcome to Pretty Lies and Alibis. Join us as we seek the truth and travel the long road to justice. Hey everybody, it's Wednesday. Time for another episode of Pretty Lies and Alibis. I'm Gigi. Hey Fruit Loop.
I'm already laughing.
Oh, good grief.
This is so funny. So your cat,
Oh, y'all.
This is good. So tell us about old Sherlock.
Okay, so you guys know he got fixed 2 days ago, and I felt so bad taking him. I mean, he knew. It's like anytime he goes in the carrier, he is going to the vet usually, and it's not pleasant. So I felt guilty, drop him off, come back and get him at 4:30. And all the way home, he's just rubbing against the crate and rubbing against my fingers as I stick them through there. And I think we are about to have some quality bonding time at home, just snuggling up, sweetness. Yeah. And so the first 15 minutes or so, he was super sweet and happy to be home. And then...
Was this before the cone was on, or was the cone already on?
Oh, that was before the cone was on.
Oh.
And then I posted a video of the cat just spazzing out.
Yeah, that was classic.
That was not going to happen.
And the kiddos laughing in the background was even funnier.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so I had to take it off because he was just, he was destroying my living room. And after that, he was like a WWE wrestler flying across the room to attack me. It was like, he was like a flying squirrel. I
saw the video of him climbing the window.
Oh, he was climbing the blinds. So finally, I give him his pain medicine, and I think we're going to have some good sleep because he's going to be knocked out. I could not have been more wrong.
Yeah, I think he's ADD.
All night long. Meowing, climbing the blinds in all of our rooms. He was doing this crazy meow, knocked my water off, climbed all over me, jumped on the dogs. So I didn't sleep that first night.
So Sarah told me yesterday, she says, I did not sleep. The cat was in my room, in my face, in my window.
Yeah, he had gone crazy. So yesterday morning, I'm thinking, if there was a vet in America that could do a reattachment surgery, I would so take him.
Sign me up. So 2 days I've come in here in the morning and you're eating like dinner food.
Supper food, yeah. I have slept 4 hours in the 48 that cat has been home, and I am just... stupid tired. It is insane.
It's funny.
He did cuddle me a little while ago, but there's nothing worse than finally just giving it up at 3 a.m. and getting up out of bed. And then say 7 o'clock, the cat is literally snoring. So I just jumped around him the first day. I was like, wake up. How does it feel?
Oh, yeah.
He didn't budge.
It's like having a newborn.
Oh, it's worse than having a newborn. At least they sleep for 2 hour time frames.
That's hilarious.
Oh my God, I'm so tired. But yeah, my whole schedule's screwed up.
You working third shift.
It's 11 in the morning. I have cleaned my whole house. I've had my shower. I've done my laundry. I've mopped my floors.
You're cruising the rest of the day.
And I've got 2 kids already on their school. It's a whole day. So yeah, I'm having supper at 9 in the morning. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's crazy.
The video is on Twitter and Facebook and YouTube for those of you that have not seen it. It is worth a watch. And thank you to Sarah for telling me about the sock. We tried. Didn't work. But it's just crazy. I hope today's much better. I'm taking a nap when we're done. I'm going to be out for a solid 3 hours.
I'm going to put the cat in there with you.
I'm going to put him in your car.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I had a microchip installed, and about 2 a.m. last night, I thought, well, I'm just going to take the microchip out and let him outside.
Oh, that's all right. So we got something new, right? Oh, no, this is what? Oh, we have has it really been a year?
Yeah, a year next month since we started this whole podcast. We've come a long way.
Wow. Yeah, those of you who were with us from the beginning, you were with us when we were in the closet with no mics.
Yeah.
That was when Chad first got arrested.
You guys are the true MVPs.
Yep.
And we're getting close to 100 episodes.
Wow, that's crazy.
Insane.
Yeah.
So tomorrow I have an endoscopy, and you have the pleasure of being with me after I have anesthesia.
Yes, this is so entertaining.
Oh,
yeah, it's
my
great.
goodness.
There will be videos. Yes.
I'm not responsible for what I say.
Yeah, it's always an adventure.
Yes, it is. So we're going to jump in. And before we get on to the Lori Vallow, Chad Daybell stuff, there was a murder that happened over the weekend. And it was the murder of a 13-year-old girl named Tristan Bailey. And I was just telling you about this. It's crazy. She was last seen after midnight on Sunday and was reported missing at 10 a.m. She had been at a community center, and she was seen leaving with this kid named Aiden. I think it's Fucci or Fauci. I'm not sure how to say it.
Yeah, I don't know either.
He's 14, and they're classmates. They were seen on surveillance leaving, and her body was found later that day in a wooded area. And the authorities said that she was stabbed many times. And they wouldn't say how many, but they said it was horrific.
Wow.
Here's the kicker. This kid, Aiden, posted a Snapchat from the back of the police car when he was being brought in for questioning. And that's the reason he had his phone. He wasn't handcuffed. At that point, he's only going in for questioning. In the Snapchat, he had a peace sign thrown up. And the caption said, "Hey guys, has anybody seen Tristan lately?"
That's horrible.
I mean, just crazy.
That's cold-blooded, dude.
Oh, absolutely. And that's exactly the word that authorities use to describe this young man. So right now he's being charged with second-degree murder. And at his arraignment, he was not that cocky. He had tears in his eyes looking up at the ceiling. And then I think he realized. But 14 years old to do that.
That's crazy. That's messed up in the head right there.
Wow. Just blew my mind.
Well, I mean, you got kids close to that age.
I have a 14-year-old son.
Yeah.
Same age. And
is he 14?
He is 14.
You are getting old.
Yeah, mama's old.
She wouldn't argue with that.
Yeah. The good thing about Mason, he would not hurt a fly.
Yeah.
He's a very tender-hearted boy. So let's get into this Vallow Daybell stuff. There's been some stuff happening this week.
Oh, yeah. So Rob Wood filed a fourth supplemental discovery disclosure. Normally this is done without the court being involved, but Wood is just covering his bases since defense. They always say, hadn't gotten discovery.
Yeah. And Wood always fires back with, yeah, you do.
Yeah, you have everything.
I mean, it's kind of bad that he has to make the effort to file this stuff with the court because this is usually always done just between the two offices.
You would think they could just be professionals.
Yeah.
But it doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't happen.
They're keeping him in court for just all this petty stuff and wasting resources and time and emotion with the families. And I just hope at some point the judge really just puts his foot down.
Okay, here's my question. Pryor and Means, how many assistants do they have? Because that's a ton of information.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I have no clue. Mark Means is pretty much, from what we understand from local people, he's at the detention center almost every day. Yeah. Every single day. It's kind of rare. I think in the last couple of weeks, maybe he missed a day each week or something, but he's there every single day.
Maybe Lori's his assistant.
Probably.
Yeah.
Well, these hearings are still paused for her, and we've always speculated since they were paused that maybe she had her jail breakdown where over a year later she realizes her goose is cooked. And the girl that we talked to who's in prison said that it is very common after that first year, or 6 months to a year. She said typically people that are not used to being confined like that and locked up have a breakdown. Because I reached out to her and I said, hey, when she was in there for 3 years in county jail waiting for her trial. And she said, oh, yeah. She said, I did it. Everybody I knew that was new to the crime world had a breakdown. I don't think it's anything to do with what she did to the kids. I think her actions after proved that she didn't care.
Oh, wow.
But, yeah, so we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. So in the filing, this is where we're at, right?
Yep.
Okay. He says defense counsel is welcome to come and photocopy the discovery after making prior arrangements with the prosecutor's office or the agency where the evidence is. Also included is in the discovery are 2 analytical reports by the FBI. That was given to the prosecution on April 29th. and we really don't know what that's about.
No. So this is kind of the news of the week, and that is the reason we've titled this "Leave Nate Alone."
Yeah.
Poor Nate
Leave
Eaton.
Nate. He ain't done nothing. You better leave him alone.
I know, right? Nate is literally one of the most respectful journalists I've ever seen work.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, the minute that we first saw Nate, where are you kids, Lori? I mean, I was like, I like this guy. So
yeah.
Pryor has issued subpoenas for Nate Eaton from East Idaho News and Heather Daybell, which is Chad's sister-in-law, for the June 9th hearing. So we kind of assume this is this is the change of venue hearing. And we feel like he's going to call Chad. Nah, we ain't going to call Chad.
We ain't calling him.
That they're going to call Nate and Heather Daybell to further his argument about the publicity in this case.
Okay, at this point, I could care less where they try this.
You could try it on Mars.
Exactly.
I don't care.
Exactly. Get the rover. Put them on the Land Rover and try it up there. There's water there. That's what it said, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Didn't the little rover find water? I don't know. But I don't care where you try it.
No.
I mean, who cares?
Nobody.
They're guilty. Like,
it seems that way.
Oh my goodness.
But if you think about it, I understand the argument for a change of venue. But no matter, like you say, no matter where you go, people are probably going to have a little bit of knowledge about the case, even if they've just glanced and seen it on the news. Not everybody knows a lot about the case like we do, but you have to look at other cases that were huge, like, what's his name? The Durst guy, Harvey Weinstein, Bill Cosby. There are bigger fish that have gone to trial, and they've gotten, and this is what Pryor's afraid of, is that they've convicted huge celebrities of wrongdoings. But you still were able to get a jury put together that listened to the facts. And it's not like you have to find 12 people who have never heard these names. They just have to be impartial and be able to separate what they've heard from the facts that'll be presented in court.
Yeah, here's my deal. We have cases, I mean, there's cases all the time that happen in your area. You read about it in the paper, you see it online, you read about it, but you could still go and be on a jury.
Right.
Listen to the evidence and make your decision based on the evidence.
Right. And I think this is smart as to why this grand jury is going to be used as opposed to a preliminary hearing, because the evidence stays private. Whatever they're going to put before this grand jury to get this indictment, we will not know about. It's very secretive. So that way, I think what Rob Wood, we don't know if Rob Wood called it or the Fremont County prosecutor, but either way, it just lessens that jury pool from being tainted eventually.
Yeah.
And they're worried about Nate Eaton. And the only two things I could think is he had made a comment one time on, I don't know if it was Nancy Grace or Dateline or what, but he had said, prior to Lori Vallow, they had average clicks, that would be good for a small town, for their local news source. But then after Lori and Chad, I think they were getting 1 million+ hits a day, which is a huge thing. But that's not Nate's fault. It's Lori and Chad's fault for murdering 2 innocent kids and her ex-husband and Chad's ex-wife and probably her third husband. This isn't Nate's fault or Heather Daybell's fault.
No.
Their fault.
Yeah. And I mean, I don't know. Can we talk about the letter with Heather right now? Or are we doing that later?
No, go ahead. Yeah.
So the thing with her, she hasn't done anything that Melanie Pulowski didn't do. I mean, Melanie Gibb went on. Like, all these people went on and talked about their experiences with Chad and Lori.
Right.
In her letter, she didn't say any facts. She talked about how she couldn't understand how her brother-in-law or how her family could get to this point. Like, she said stuff like that, but she didn't say anything about there's no facts.
Right.
Chad did this. There's nothing in there. She's talking to her sisters from the society thing and just says how far off this was based from LDS doctrine.
Right. And the thing is, she's allowed to do that.
Yeah.
She doesn't have a gag order in place. She's not forbidden from talking about her brother-in-law. And in a lot of ways, I respect her for doing it, because at least we know that everybody in his family is not defending him.
Yeah.
And this has been incredibly hard for the family members who didn't ask to be in the middle of this, like we've said on so many episodes.
Yeah. And she did say in her letter that they tried to warn people prior to all this happening that something wasn't right.
Right. And I'm sure, being a fly on the wall and being in the background, you see when somebody's getting more and more extreme.
Yep.
But I'm sure they never could have imagined what eventually happened.
Yeah.
Who could?
No, nobody could.
But I understand the change of venue motion. I get it. The judge is going to grant it if we even get to this hearing. I don't think we will. If we've got charges coming on May 20th, there's no need to have this hearing. I think Rob Wood will combine all this stuff.
Yeah.
And make it one case. There's no need to have separate trials for this and that.
Yeah.
So this is probably a lot of worry for nothing, but everybody's so protective of Nate.
Oh, yeah. Leave him alone.
Leave Nate alone.
Where are your kids, Lori? Leave him alone.
That's great.
Yeah.
But the thing is, Nate and East Idaho News have retained an attorney, and they are fighting the subpoena. Good for them.
Good for them. Go, man.
Yep.
Fight it. So Pryor's calling somebody, right?
Yeah. So it's Joe. I'm not sure how to say this last name. Is Adrini. He's with Colombo Investigations. And this was going to be their expert who apparently had taken some polls or done some research, I guess, about who had heard about the case. And he was on the list. This was a filing that was put out kind of late last night. I've tweeted it out and Facebooked it. But what's interesting, and I linked this, is previously Rob Wood had objected to this witness, and I think we talked about it a couple of months ago, and he said his CV didn't indicate he had any expertise at all in poll taking.
Yeah, I think he just walked around and asked questions.
Yeah.
We could do that. You want to do that?
Yeah. We get paid as an expert witness.
That's right.
But what's interesting is I did not even see a website for this private investigator or whatever he is.
Colombo. That was a show.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, that was an old investigating PI show, I think.
Yeah. So what else are we kind of looking forward to?
So don't forget, Charles' charge is coming, most likely for Charles's death.
Yeah, and I think probably we might see that after these charges come down. I think maybe shortly after. They might have just been waiting for these big charges for the kids and Tammy, and then they'll follow up. We don't know how that's going to work with those charges being in Arizona.
Yeah.
We don't know if it's going to be for Lori alone or Lori and Chad. We just don't know. We know the murderer is dead, Uncle Alex.
Yeah.
But if you think about it, I was looking up, according to the FBI, a serial killer is someone who commits at least 3 murders over more than a month with an emotional cooling off period in between. It's not to be confused with mass murder where you kill a lot of people at once. But I wonder, so technically they fall under that category.
Yeah.
They're serial killers. Alex was a serial killer.
Yep.
Crazy. That has to be really just for people that knew them before. Would you ever think in high school this girl's going to be a serial killer one day?
Oh, exactly.
It's just insane.
But I'm still holding out with Alex that Zulema knows something.
Oh, yes.
Still holding out.
Yes, she is key.
Yep.
So we love to read Lori Hellis's stuff. She's an attorney who kind of answers questions about what we might be thinking. And she thinks that the Tammy murder charge or whatever charge they're going to get and the kids might be tried separately because even though they're all tied together, it may be different motives. So you don't want to confuse the jury with a bunch of the motives. Ultimately the end result was the same, but the motive for killing them was different, most likely.
Yeah.
And then what about our guy, Scott Reich? What did he say?
Okay, I love Scott. So according to Scott, regarding the consumptive DNA testing, the defense can't stop it, but they have a right to have their own expert in attendance. And we don't know if there's been any progress on that. And again, who's paying for it?
That's expensive. I don't know. So that, there's just a lot happening. This case is about to kind of explode again. I really hope once these charges are brought down on May 20th that they can release these kids' bodies to the families and let them put these babies to rest. It's been a year and a half.
Yeah.
And it's been nearly a year since they were found. And I think that the families, I know they understand why they have to do this, and that's to get justice for the kids. But I'm sure that laying them to rest will ease their minds a little bit.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
I was thinking about that last night when I was wide awake.
Oh, yeah. And get these charges coming, so
Right.
that's a little bit of closure as well.
But all this resets, though. The right to a speedy trial, that time kind of resets, and then they're not going to want a speedy trial.
No.
And then we're just going to be late next year, maybe even the year after, maybe 2023. I don't know. I mean, the girl I know, 3.5 years in county jail before she ever went to trial. And there were, there was another defendant.
Oh, yeah.
A co-defendant. So it's not going to be quick, but at least I think when those murder charges come down, we'll all feel a bit of relief. And then we see what the charges are. Is it conspiracy? Is it murder? Is it both? I don't know. But we're getting there.
Yep. We're closer than where we were to start with.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you would have told me when we started looking at this case in December of 2019, if in May of 2021 we wouldn't have big charges, I would have said, oh, you're crazy. But they're coming and they will be right when they drop. That's my belief.
Yep.
So that's kind of all we had today. You've got a busy day. I've got a busy day napping.
Catch up on your sleep.
The cat is literally right now outside the door, nonstop meowing.
Yeah, I hear him. Yep. He's saying, let me out.
He was really cuddly this morning, so I'm hopeful we'll have a better day.
Yeah. I don't know. It's raining outside. So
it's cold.
It's cold and rainy, yeah.
What is up with that?
Yeah, it's cold in here, too.
Did I told you yesterday that somebody stole my Krispy Kreme out of my car.
Dude, funniest thing ever.
Oh, my gosh. I had to go into a Dollar General to grab something really quickly, and I came out, and I saw somebody standing around my car. And then when I came out, my car door was barely open, and they were hot too.
Oh, dude.
I could have, if I'd have called them, I'd have called a charge. You don't mess with my Krispy Kreme.
Yeah. I don't know if y'all have Krispy Kreme where you are, but here it's our best donuts. So.
Oh my gosh. It's like when they're hot, they melt in your mouth. So you can eat a half a dozen easily.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure when I get to heaven, there's going to be a Krispy Kreme place there, and I can eat as many as I want.
There you go. You don't have to worry about your insulin.
That's right.
Bless
that's
it.
right. Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, we will see you on Sunday, unless something crazy happens.
Yep.
And so we're going to get some sleep, get all these tests over with, and hopefully come at you fresh on Sunday.
Yeah, everybody be a heads up waiting on the videos.
If you do it, I have got blackmail material for days, girl.
Oh, that's
Sleep
funny.
with one eye open.
Hey, you did scare me the other day.
I got her.
Well, you didn't. Mason did, but you didn't.
It was a joint effort, and I do have that video. So
Yeah.
if you do that, I'm posting the jump scare. For sure. But no, you might have to put filters on if you try to post any videos of me in surgery. I cussed a nurse out one time, and I don't curse people out. I'm try to be very nice, and then the other times I'll just be talking out of my head. So we'll see what we get tomorrow.
The out of the head talking's the funniest.
Oh my gosh. All right, guys. Well, y'all have a good day. The early episode. So we will see you on Sunday.
See ya.